Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your February tarot reading. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good January month. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the High Priestess, the Strength and the Judgment card. So your number is number 2, your ruler number. And if you don't know anything about all of that, you know, the tarot buff cards, how to work it out, what it means and so on, I have dropped you a link in the description box below of all of the videos. I've also reviewed the 2 decks I'm going to be using today. And I have dropped you a link in the description box below for the reviews of those decks too, in case you are interested in them and would like to get them for yourselves. So I'm going to grab the energies for your month from this deck and then I will clarify it with the tarot. So if you would like to connect to the energy of my deck, now is the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle it. So what do my Aquarians born under the High Priestess, the Strength and the Judgment cards need to hear for their highest good for the month of February, please? Show us clearly. So I'm going to grab those top 3 cards. Can you give us clarifications for the cards, please? And I'll show you the bottom of the deck when we get to it. Let me just make sure everything's in view. There we go. Okay, so your energies for the months are, we've got the Wren, courage and humility. We have the Anaconda, camouflage and imbalance. And we have the Rabbit, approval and sensitivity. Okay, let me put that here and let's see what we have for the tarot. We have the Death card, big energy, major arcana. With the Wheel of Fortune, and also a very big energy. And Justice, wow, 3 major arcana, okay. We have the 5 of Wands. The Valet of Wands, that's the Page of Wands in this deck. And the Magician, another major arcana. You have, oh wow, that's impressive. And under the deck is the Queen of Goblets, the Queen of Cups, basically. So let's talk about the energy under the deck. This is the energy that's at work that you're not necessarily aware of. Now the Queens in Tarot represent patience and understanding, generally speaking. The yin aspect of the court cards, you know, the kings are the action takers. These are the people who are leading in a more passive way. That doesn't mean they're inactive, they draw things towards them, they're receptive, like particularly the Queen of Cups, which is water element. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who is very sensitive, very loving, nurturing, somebody who could be an empath, obviously no genders attached, we're just talking about the energy. And someone who's very much in touch with their intuition and know what they want to be emotionally fulfilled. This is someone who knows the inside and out of their hearts, of their desire, and they're very, well, they're almost always represented focusing on that big cup, which holds the liquid of happiness for them. So this is very interesting because this is either you in the making, or this is someone who's very significant in your vicinity at the moment. Who's playing a very pivotal role in your life story at the moment. So, you know, out of 7 cards already on this spread, you have 4 cards that are major arcana, and this is a big deal because the minor arcana deal with the day-to-day events and situation and do not have the same impact on your life path, on your journey, and also not as long when it comes to the effect that they have. And, you know, we open your reading with the Death card. Now, I particularly like to see the Death card with the 5 of Wands together, because the Death is a deep transformation. it's like that cleansing fire that gets rid of anything that doesn't serve you, whether you're aware of it or not, because, you know, sometimes we just don't realize that something's not quite right for us. And out of the ashes of whatever death has destroyed or got rid of, you build something, something's birthed that's so much better and so much stronger and much more stable. And this Five of Wands, well, five is an energy of disruption. Wands is fire, it's the passion, the desire, the drive. So it may talk about or represents for you arguments, discords and competition sometimes. It could also talk about an internal conflict that you have been experiencing. Death is bringing the end of this. All of this period that may have been very tumultuous, I'm getting this energy of, you know, like not a storm, but some kind of tornado energy of either an internal conflict or conflict with others, or being tired of all the competition, whatever it is that applies to your situation, obviously. This is the end of that. Death is just cutting all of that out of your life, which is why you've got this word of courage here. You know, any change requires us to have courage, to embrace it rather than resist it. If you resist change, change transforms into a challenge, which you don't want. You want to embrace the energy of change, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's fated. Big energy. It means that the end of this chapter, whatever death is getting rid of, this was intended by your spirit team, whether we're talking about God, any deities you pray to, universe, spirit, angels, ancestors, whoever you work with. This was orchestrated for you. It happened for a reason, or is happening for a reason, if it's in the midst of happening for you. And the trick with the Wheel of Fortune is to jump on the wheel, embrace that new change, embrace that new door that's coming your way, and do not look back, do not turn around, because there's no coming back now. You know, this is like all steam ahead, moving forward. And I do believe that this is something that you may have sensed for some of you, as if the Queen here, the Queen of Cups, represents you. This is you very much knowing deep down, you know, that inner knowing you have, that something wasn't right and it was time for a change, and it kind of happened or is happening, because you've got this sensitivity card here, and I'm getting not sensitivity in a sense that you get offended by what people say. I'm getting you are a very sensitive person, someone who's very attuned to the different energies around them, and who knows what's good for them deep down, even though sometimes you can't put it into words, you can't articulate it, but you just know. And with this Wheel of Fortune, we have the Page of Wands. Now, this is brilliant. The Page of Wands is the happiest of all the pages, if you ask me, and this is news coming your way. So this is happy news. The pages also represent a new direction, so, you know, something that's exciting for you, because this Wands, it's to do with what really ignites your heart and soul on fire. So the Page of Wands being here with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a change that's fated, or a bit of news, happy news, to show you that this is now the way forward for you. Really not getting any bad vibes from that. It's super positive. But again, remember, you're going to have to show courage in order to get there. Because, as I said, any change that happens, such as one that's so big, like the Death card, that deep transformation, this is going to take courage, you know, jump on the wheel, embrace what's going on. Because it was imbalanced. You see, with the Anaconda, this card here, of camouflage and imbalance, there may have been some people who were competing against you in the workplace and you didn't know. There may have been, the imbalance may be referring to the fact that you were internally conflicted about something, someone, a relationship or a situation. No more with Death and the Wheel of Fortune, with this Queen of Cups here. You know, snakes are always a symbol of deep transformation, because they shed their skin, and also wisdom, because obviously they acquire experience and then they shed the skin and then they're reborn. So when you see the snake with the death card, for me there's a powerful transformation happening here, and you shedding the old, whether it's your old skin or someone else, you know, shedding this person off, or a career that doesn't serve you anymore. You're just getting rid of that with a lot of courage and sensitivity, because you now know what the cup holds for you, what you want, you know, truly in your heart. And you know, this is karmic. You've got justice. I mean, if you look at the top row here, death, wheel of fortune, justice. This is justice coming for you. This is, you reap what you sow, obviously karmic energy. But to me, when justice appears in a reading, this is your good times coming your way. This is the universe saying, hey, I know that it's not been good for you, so I'm getting rid of it, and now I'm putting you on the right path because you deserve it. I refuse to believe that people who see my readings are bad people. I believe you're good people. That's why you're here. You self-reflect, you want to evolve, and you want to make sure that you make the right choices. And that's why for me, when justice is in a reading, she is always there to bring back balance that's long awaited for you and that you truly deserve. And this is fated. This is not a small change. This is very, very big for you. And the beauty of this is that you have the Magician and just justice. You manifested this. Now the Magician, another major arcana, is a very powerful card of manifestation. This is a card that really talks about having everything you need at the tips of your fingers to manifest whatever it is you want. Now, justice may bring you a set of circumstances that's gonna enable you to manifest this life that's being held, you know, the ideal life in the cup here. Because, you know, I told you, the Queen of Cups, the energy I sense the most is that this is you in the making. This is you in getting in your power of going, do you know what, I want to be emotionally content and I know exactly how to do it. I know what matters to me is my emotional contentment, not necessarily having a lot of money, owning many things. It's all about how you feel, you know, in your heart. Which I believe you've got things right, if you ask me, because I think that's very important, way more than possessions. And with the Magician being here, this is saying, now is the time. Justice is on your side. The karmic circle is closed if you needed to pay some karma. This has been repaid. And now harmony is going to come back. And you have everything that you need to manifest the life of your dream. Now, remember, with the Magician, it is a card of action. The Magician lives in a 3D world, okay? This is not like justice, which is a concept. This is a human with tools on a table. So this is saying, now is the right time. You have everything that you need in order to succeed, but you do need to take action. Also remember that resources are not necessarily just having money, because you may be thinking, Claude, you're insane, I need more money. Don't we all? But this is not what I'm talking about. Resources may also be the people around you who could give you advice, who could support you in any ways. Maybe they can help you with time management, maybe they can look after the kids if you have kids, or help you with a project you're working on so that you free up some more of your time somewhere else. So try and see, keep an open mind about what it is that your resources are, not just money, but also your experience. You know, your life experience is a very valuable resource in order to move forward. So now is definitely the time to manifest a very, very important dream, or a beautiful life, a beautiful relationship, or a better career, because death is getting rid of all of the conflicts, whether they're internal, external, or the competition. So if you're in it for a business, starting a business or something, this is very positive as well. But this is fated, and you're going to get some very good news, or a door that's going to open that you're going to think, oh wow, and it you know, it will happen for you, because this is karmic and this is fated for you. And go for it with the Magician. Just make sure that you use everything that you have resource wise. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I am so humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a fantastic February month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.